Welcome to the part 5 of our series on the 100 Black inventions that changed the world. This final chapter concludes the series on some of the most impressive inventions by Black people throughout history. While there are thousands of amazing ideas and inventions that African Americans have introduced into the world, we can only cover so many. In this final chapter, we're going to wrap up the stories that show how smart and creative Black inventors are. Even though not many people talk about them, their inventions are a big part of how our world works. So get ready to be amazed and learn about some hidden heroes who made our lives better with their awesome ideas. Before we get right into the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to keep informed of our eye-opening Black narrative. Number 20. Weather-resistant plastic coating for telephone wires. By finding a way to stabilize the polymers used to coat communications cable, African-American inventor Lincoln Hawkins and his Bell Labs colleagues Vincent Lanza and Field Winslow helped make universal telephone service possible. Prior to this work, underground and underwater cables, which were laid over incredibly long distances, were covered with fiber wrapped in heavy, expensive lead sheathing. Scientists believed that new, cheap, lightweight plastics like polyethylene would be a good alternative, but common plastics could undergo chemical reactions that made them brittle and unsuitable for long-term use outdoors. Thus, protective additives were required to stabilize these plastic materials. In 1956, Hawkins, in collaboration with Vincent Lanza, invented a plastic coating that could withstand extreme fluctuations in temperature, last up to 70 years, and was less expensive than lead. Upon validation of this technology, telephone lines were installed in rural areas, bringing affordable phone service to thousands of people and reducing the use of lead. Number 19. Sound synchronization machine. In those early days of silent moving pictures, images flickered on screen. Frederick McKinley Jones, an African-American inventor, entrepreneur, engineer, devised a process to lessen this. He also turned silent pictures into talking ones by pairing silent movie projectors to talking movie stock. When the industry switched to full sound, theater operators had to buy pricey new equipment to keep pace and make it all work. Otherwise, picture and sound would be out of sync. The Halleck Theater could not afford the upgrade, so Jones took it upon himself to build the necessary components for under $100. The sound quality, as a result, was better than that of the official equipment. Over the years, sound synchronization machines have undergone various improvements thanks to the inventions of many brilliant minds, including the likes of Jones. Number 18. Close conduit electric railway system. William Purvis was an African-American inventor with a series of patents under his name. One of those patents was an improvement of the close conduit electric railway system. First installed in New Jersey, Purvis's close conduit electric railway system set an electromagnet under the center of the rail car. The closed conduit construction was made by insulating material and installing many soft iron cables on its surface. The cable was attracted upwardly against the top of the space in which it lay, making contact with a brass strip. According to Dr. John McFadyen, the superintendent of the installation, the new system was safer and cheaper than the old system, and he believed the new system would replace the old one in the near future. Purvis was able to earn some profit from this invention. With a number of investors, he formed the Union Electric Construction Company, dedicated to the development of urban railway systems using his patents, and for a time was the president of the concern. Number 17. Personal computer. The IBM personal computer, Model 5150, commonly known as the IBM PC, is the first microcomputer released in the IBM PC model line and the basis for the IBM PC compatible de facto standard. Released on August 12, 1981, it was created by a team of engineers and designers including Mark Dean, an African-American inventor, computer scientist, and engineer. The new IBM PC could not only process information faster than those earlier machines, but it could hook up to the home TV set, play games, process text, and harbor more words than a fat cookbook. The PC had a substantial influence on the personal computer market. The specifications of the IBM PC became one of the most popular computer design standards in the world. Number 16. Iron alloy. In 1929, African-American inventor James Parsons Jr. earned the first of 8 patents he would obtain in the development and application of non-corrosive metals, and he then began to work on developing the steel formulation that would come to be known as Duramet 20. Classified as a high-alloy austenitic stainless steel containing nickel and chromium with lesser percentages of molybdenum, copper, silicon, manganese, carbon, and other elements, the composition of Duramate 20 is balanced to provide greater sulfuric acid resistance over conventional stainless steels. It also maintains equal or superior resistance to many other important corrosives. In 1935, Duriron had a reputation as the sole world manufacturer of specific kinds of non-corrosive metals. The company would produce the first commercial castings from Duramate 20, and it became the basis for a family of stainless steel alloys used throughout all industries that involve the handling of corrosives. Number 15, sonic transducer. A sonic transducer uses sound waves to determine an object's speed, distance, and other units of measurement. African-American inventor John King invented an early warning sonic transducer in 1972, which could detect potential problems with aircraft engines before takeoff. His invention made airplanes safer and reduced the possibility of accidents. Number 14, Hypofisscope. Over the course of 3 decades in the early 20th century, Dr. William Harry Barnes greatly influenced the field of otolaryngology, a medical subspecialty focused on the ear, nose, throat, and related structures of the head and neck. He was not only a pioneer in the field of medical device design and development, but also credited with inventing the Hypofisscope. Incorporating his expertise in medical device design and development, this innovative medical instrument was specifically designed to reach the pituitary gland on the brain's underside. This gland secretes hormones into the bloodstream, and Barnes's invention made it easier for doctors to access it. Although reaching the gland without any specialized medical device was possible, Barnes's instrument greatly facilitated the procedure. Number 13, Ederberry biopsy attachment. In 1955, Dr. Leonidas Berry invented the Ederberry biopsy attachment for the Eder-Palmer gastroscope, which was produced by the Eder Instrument Company in 1953. The Ederberry biopsy attachment made the gastroscope the first direct vision suction instrument used for taking tissue samples during gastroscopic examination. His invention made it easier for doctors to collect tissue from the inside of the stomach without surgery. 5 years after inventing his gastroscope, Dr. Berry discovered that it was the liver, and not the stomach, that became diseased because of too much alcohol. This changed the diagnosis and treatment of alcoholism forever. Number 12, far ultraviolet camera or spectrograph. George Carruthers invented the far ultraviolet camera in 1969. It was plated in gold and carried aboard the Apollo 16 mission, where it was placed on the moon's surface. The camera used ultraviolet light invisible to the naked eye to capture high-quality images of Earth. Carruthers' invention also helped scientists see how air pollution forms. This allowed them to develop new ways to control air pollution. The camera also found hydrogen in deep space, which led to new ideas about the birth of stars in the universe. Number 11, computerized blood pressure and pulse monitoring devices. Michael Crosland's invention, the MedTech 410, revolutionized blood monitoring with its computerized technology. Before its development, medical professionals had to rely on their instincts and the patient's vital signs for diagnosis. The MedTech 410 eliminated the guesswork, providing doctors with accurate and reliable data for making informed treatment decisions. Crosland also developed a similar device, the MedTech 420, which automatically adjusts for surrounding noise and air pressure while monitoring a patient's pulse. Together, these inventions have improved the accuracy and efficacy of medical treatments, demonstrating the power of technological innovation in medicine. Number 10, incinerate system. Meredith Charles Gourdine was a world-renowned engineer and physicist. His biggest creation was the incinerate system, which was used to disperse smoke from burning buildings and could be used to disperse fog on airport runways. The incinerate system worked by negatively charging smoke or fog, causing the airborne particles within to be electromagnetically charged and then to fall to the ground. The result was clean air in a clear area. Number 9, aerofoam. Percy Levon Julian was known as the soybean chemist, would create a life-saving invention that impacted the Second World War. Julian's first invention was for coating paper with a soy protein instead of a more expensive milk protein. That technique was used in a product called aerofoam. Aerofoam smothered oil and gasoline fires by blanketing them in the soy-based foam. Aerofoam was adopted by the U.S. Navy and saved the lives of thousands of sailors and naval airmen during World War II. Number 8, electric resistors. Otis Boykin's work on improved electrical resistors made possible the steady workings of a wide variety of electrical devices. Variations of his resistor technologies are used in televisions, radios, computers, pacemakers, and guided missiles. In 1959, Boykin invented his wire precision resistor and 2 years later invented an improved version that could withstand extreme changes in temperature and pressure. It was cheaper and more reliable than previous types and was in demand by the U.S. military, IBM, and other high-tech organizations, including consumer electronics manufacturers. Years later, it would be used in household appliances, computers, and guided missiles, and is still used in many of those devices to this very day. Number 7. Taebo Fitness Program. Taebo is a total body fitness program that combines several disciplines, including martial arts and aerobics. The name is a portmanteau of Taekwondo and boxing. Developed in 1976 by Taekwondo practitioner Billy Banks, the program only gained widespread popularity in the United States during the 1990s. 1 hour of Taebo routine is believed to burn up to 800 calories, twice as many as a conventional aerobic session. This intensive calorie-burning program has made it a popular choice among fitness enthusiasts looking to achieve rapid weight loss and muscle toning. Number 6. Whaling Harpoon. While working in his shop on Walnut Street in 1848, Lewis Temple, a highly skilled blacksmith, invented an improved harpooning instrument. Unlike conventional harpoons, Temple's harpoon resembled a fishhook in shape. Now called the Temple toggle iron, his creation had a pivoting head that would secure the harpoon into that whale's flesh. Earlier harpoons would often work loose in the fury of the fight. After some trials, whalers took to the improved harpoon as it prevented the whale from pulling free. Temple never patented his invention, which resulted in others copying his work and selling it as their own. This improved design became the standard harpoon in the whaling industry throughout the 19th century. Number 5. Improved sugar refining process. In the 1800s, the process for sugar refinement was slow, expensive, and inefficient. The most common method of converting sugarcane into sugar was called the sugar train. It was also known as the Spanish train or Jamaica train. The sugarcane juice was pressed from the cane and poured into a large kettle, where it was heated and left until most of the water evaporated. The workers, who were mostly slaves, poured the resultant thick liquid into smaller and smaller pots, as the liquid continued to thicken. Each time the liquid was poured, some of the sugar was lost. A considerable amount of sugar was also burned because it was difficult to monitor and maintain appropriate heat levels for the pots. The process was also dangerous for the workers, who had to routinely transfer the hot liquid. While in France, African-American inventor Norbert Rillieux started researching ways to improve the process of sugar refining. Norbert Rillieux began developing his machine between 1834 and 1843, when he patented it. The multiple effect evaporation system that he invented addressed both the spillage that resulted from transfer and the uneven application of heat, as well as making the process safer for workers. The system utilizes a vacuum chamber or a container with reduced air to lower the boiling point of the liquids. Inside this, several pans are stacked to contain the sugarcane juice. As the bottom pans heat, they release steam to transfer heat to the pans above. The heat is more easily controlled than in the Jamaican train method because one source is needed at a lower temperature for multiple pans of sugarcane juice. This prevents the sugar from being burned and discolored. As the workers do not have to transfer the liquid, sugarcane is not spilled and they are at a reduced risk for burns. Norbert Rillieux's invention revolutionized sugar processing. His great scientific achievement was his recognition that at reduced pressure, the repeated use of latent heat would result in the production of better quality sugar at a lower cost. One of the great early innovations in chemical engineering, Rillieux's invention is widely recognized as the best method for lowering the temperature of all industrial evaporation and for saving large quantities of fuel. His first patented invention was a vacuum evaporator for the refining process, which produced whiter and more refined sugar. Over time, this invention was widely used in other industries, including whiskey, gelatin, condensed milk, glue, and soap. Number 4. Sewer Backflow Preventer. African-American inventor Hugh M. Brown would devise a sewer backflow preventer designed to automatically protect against back or floodwater in sewer systems without obstructing the usual sewage flow. The invention featured a vertically sliding valve operated by hydrostatic power from the water main, along with a double stop and wastecock and a float in the discharge end of an elbow pipe. When back or floodwater rises, the float activates the mechanism, shifting the stop and wastecock, which in turn controls the hydrostatic piston to close the valve, preventing backflow. When the water recedes, the system reverts to its normal state, allowing the usual sewage flow to continue. The backflow preventer solved the common issues of previous designs by keeping the operative parts away from the sewage flow, reducing the risk of clogging, and using hydrostatic power from the water main to control the induction pipe valve. By ensuring smooth operation and minimal obstruction, the invention effectively safeguarded sewer systems from potential damage caused by backflow, maintaining their functionality and preventing flooding disasters. Brown was awarded a patent for his prototype design engineering invention in 1890, and his device helped people maintain a civilized living environment. Number 3. Roller mechanism for sheet music. Joseph Dickinson was an African-American inventor known for his impressive organs designed for prestigious customers that impressed critics. Despite his success in building organs for prestigious customers, such as the royal family of Portugal, Dickinson is most remembered for inventing the roller mechanism for sheet music. The roller mechanism enabled pianos to play sheet music in forward and reverse modes, revolutionizing how people played music. This invention made it easier for people to learn new songs and easily switch between different pieces of music while playing. Dickinson's roller mechanism became popular and is still used in player pianos. Number 2. Separation of plutonium from uranium. During World War II, African-American Edwin Roberts Russell was one of the chemists working on the Manhattan Project at the Metallurgical Laboratory of the University of Chicago, a secret government-funded research to develop the atomic bomb. The project eventually led to the development of 2 types of atomic bombs, known to history as the Little Boy and Fat Man, used in the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Russell's top-secret research focused on isolating and extracting plutonium-239 from uranium. He would receive a patent for the method for separating plutonium from uranium and ion exchange absorption for plutonium separation. Number 1. Paper rewinding device. Though Shelby Davidson worked for the United States Postal Service, he did not deliver mail but was a part of the auditing department, keeping track of numbers and schedules. Perhaps necessity is, after all, the mother of all inventions, as Davidson would devise invention to make his job a lot easier. He invented a rewind device for adding machines in 1908. The rewind device reduced the amount of paper and time clerical workers spent on paperwork. Davidson also invented an automatic fee device in 1911 that allowed postal workers to work more efficiently. And so, dear viewers, we have reached the end of our amazing journey through history, uncovering inventions by Black creators that have shaped modern technology. As we say goodbye to this eye-opening series, let's look back at the cool adventure we've been on, a trip that found some incredible stuff hidden in the corners of history books. Think about Lewis Howard Latimer, who made the light bulb way better and brighter. Not only did he light up our homes, but he also lit up the road to a world powered by electricity. Then there's Marie Van Britten Brown, who was super smart and made the first home security system. She basically started the whole idea of keeping our homes safe with cameras and stuff. These inventors didn't have an easy time, but they didn't give up. They broke through the limits of their time to give us things that were unexpected and really smart. It's also a reminder that we need to appreciate all the smart ideas from everyone, no matter where they come from. To all of you who watched and learned with us, thank you a bunch. You're the reason we went on this journey, and your interest in learning and exploring is what made it awesome. Even though we're saying goodbye for now, remember that history is something we all make together. Let's keep cheering for everyone, no matter who they are, and let's celebrate those cool inventors who changed our world. As always, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos to let more people know the truth about Blacks, and to hear their own part of the narratives. Thanks for watching.